Yalı Çapkını scandal Afra left her ex for Mert Ramazan? We tell you everything. Listen up for a moment. Have you ever imagined a series set turning into the epicenter of Turkey's most talked-about love triangle? Welcome back to Conexión Turca, your corner for gossip, romance, and twists even the writers wouldn't dare to script. Before we start, give me a giant like and subscribe, so you don't miss a single scoop. Today we're diving into the real-life story of Afra Saraçoğlu and Mert Ramazan Demir, the couple who leapt from the cameras of Yalı Çapkını straight onto the news sites, leaving a trail of unfollows, leaked vacations, and rumors that change week after week. Why is this romance so explosive? Because it involves a third name, Mert Yazıcıoğlu, Afra's ex, and to top it off, a friend of Mert Ramazan. A mix flavored with betrayal, broken loyalties, and second chances. In the next few minutes, I promise you details few share, how it all began in 2017 when Afra and Mert Ramazan first crossed paths, what kept that spark hidden for 4 years, and how a period drama shoot set off the most talked-about breakup of 2023. We'll also bring you up to speed on the 2025 controversy. Are they still together, or is there a new love on the scene? Grab your coffee or your Turkish tea, sit back, and let yourself be carried away. At the end, I'll ask the key question to blow up the comments section, so stay till the very last second. Ready to unravel this telenovela? We're starting right now. 2017, the first spark behind the scenes. Let's rewind to 2017, a bustling set where a production was being filmed that hadn't yet made international waves, but was full of young promise. That's where Afra Saraçoğlu, then 19, with the gleam of a breakout in her eyes, and Mert Ramazan Demir, a newcomer with only minor appearances to his name, crossed paths for the first time. Between retakes and bleary-eyed coffees, an immediate rapport took shape. Shared laughs at catering, inside jokes, and that look that lingers a second longer than courtesy allows. It wasn't a romance, at least not officially. Both were focused on carving out a path in a fierce industry. Afra had just signed her first lead contract, always carrying a script highlighted in pink under her arm and dreaming of big dramatic roles. Calm and observant, Mert Ramazan would stay after shooting to analyze takes and learn from the camera crew. That perfectionism caught her attention. Afra's spontaneity caught his. But their love lives took other routes. Months later, Afra would start dating Mert Yazıcıoğlu, a castmate on another project and a close friend of Mert Ramazan. The triangle was, for now, just a hypothetical diagram in the universe. Meanwhile, the two Merts became inseparable colleagues, sharing acting tips and post-shoot dinners. Afra cheered them both on social media, with messages of total pride and emojis that today are examined with a magnifying glass. Those months in 2017 sealed a latent bond, a seed that would lie dormant for 4 years, waiting for the right series, and the precise moment, to bloom into something more than friendship. Because, although none of them knew it, the real script was only just writing its first act. 2022, Afra and Mert Yazıcıoğlu, 4 years of love and a friendship in the shadows. When 2018 began, Afra seemed to be living a modern fairy tale. She had conquered the screen in Kardeş Çocukları, and off-camera started appearing arm in arm with Mert Yazıcıoğlu, red carpets, selfies in Bodrum, and my favorite person declarations in every interview. For 4 years, they were the golden couple of Turkey's new generation. Good-looking, discreet, and with rising careers. The press called them the Mert Afra, a registered brand of youthful complicity. Meanwhile, Mert Ramazan Demir remained present as the boyfriend's friend. They crossed paths at premieres, boxing workouts, and birthday gatherings where he, always attentive, snapped group photos that he later posted to his stories. On the surface, nothing seemed turbulent. The two Merts congratulated each other on every achievement, and Afra proudly celebrated both careers, becoming a link between the two actors. In 2020, Mert Ramazan Demir and Afra Saraçoğlu acted together in a series called Öğretmen, English The Teacher, which aired on Fox in Turkey. The plot centers on a devoted teacher who tries to change the lives of troubled students. Mert plays Ateş Genç, a student facing personal and family challenges, while Afra plays Gizem Bozkurt, another student dealing with complex emotional issues. Production: 9 episodes in total, set in a school, with strong themes of redemption, trauma, and social struggle. Reception: the series was praised for addressing important topics, such as mental health, violence, and inequality, with sensitivity and depth. Although Mert and Afra do not play a romantic couple in this project, their on-screen relationship as classmates is intense and captivating, conveying a realistic connection between the characters. Both were lauded for moving, authentic performances. Even so, starting in 2021, the first silent cracks appeared. Afra was shooting long days, and Yazıcıoğlu was filming in distant locations. Constant travel left little room for romantic getaways. On social media, fans noticed their posts shifted from monthly to sporadic. The likes grew intermittent. Still, whenever a tabloid hinted at a crisis, they answered with a photo together and a loving caption, smothering rumors, at least for a while. In retrospect, those years were a vibrant calm, great professional success, an admired relationship, and, around every corner, the patient friendship of Mert Ramazan. No one could have foreseen that fate and a period shoot in 2022 would turn that stability into the most talked-about drama of the following summer. But we'll get to that in the next chapter. Late 2022, Yalı Çapkını and the spark that ignited the scandal. October 2022. The Yalı Çapkını set simmered with creative tension, palatial decor, days stretching to 14 hours, and a cast obliged to coexist on a semi-closed set. There, by script's decree, Afra Saraçoğlu and Mert Ramazan Demir had to play a couple whose love deepened amid family intrigue. The chemistry was palpable, gazes held beyond cut, laughter during rehearsals, and easy rapport over tea breaks. The crew began joking about the real fire piercing the camera, a quip that soon escaped the studio and hit social media. The first rumors exploded in November, when a portal leaked blurry photos of the two leaving a restaurant near the set. Afra categorically denied any infidelity. Were colleagues focused on work? Even so, digital detectives noticed an explosive detail. Mert Yazıcıoğlu unfollowed both Afra and Mert Ramazan on Instagram the same week the leak appeared. Fans read the unfollow as silent confirmation of the triangle. Entertainment media followed the trail with a magnifying glass. Every passionate on-screen scene was dissected frame by frame, hunting for signs of real feelings. Producers, hungry for ratings, stoked the anticipation by releasing teasers where the leads brushed lips on the edge of a sigh. The media noise grew so loud that the hashtag #YouYaliLoveTriangle trended worldwide on Twitter, eclipsing the show's plot itself. By late December, Afra and Yazıcıoğlu announced their breakup on good terms. But public apologies didn't stop the gale. For many, the friendship between the two Merts had shattered, and the clandestine romance was a done deal. The fuse was lit. The following summer would test just how high that flame could rise. June 2023. Vacations, viral photos, and the confirmation of the romance. Summer arrived, and with it, the proof the press had been chasing for months. One June morning, several tabloids published images of Afra Saraçoğlu and Mert Ramazan Demir cruising on a yacht near Göcek. Laughter on deck, hands intertwined, looks that no longer tried to hide. There were no lighting stand-ins or set cameras. It was pure intimacy captured with a telephoto lens. Within hours, the photos leapt from Twitter to the newscasts, and the hashtag #OneAfraMertRomance dominated the trends. The reaction was a tsunami. Divided fans launched theories. Some celebrated the TV couple with the best chemistry, while others recalled the alleged betrayal of Mert Yazıcıoğlu. He, for his part, maintained absolute silence. His only signal was archiving his last photos with Afra on Instagram. The portals analyzed every pixel of the yacht. Who was carrying the sunscreen, which brand of bracelet they both wore, whether the towels matched those of a famous boutique hotel. Everything became a clue in a love story finally out in the open. Afra and Mert chose a calculated strategy. neither deny nor confirm right away. A week later, she posted a sunset on the Aegean coast to her stories with the caption, "Peace." He uploaded a photo at the same golden hour, different angle but identical light. Fans stitched the skies together and got the message. Days later, they appeared together at Istanbul airport, on their way to Rome for a weekend getaway. No words, just smiles. That tacit confirmation marked a before and after. It stopped being rumor and became an official relationship. And although many thought the drama concluded there, new headlines were lying in wait, ready to shake them in 2025. March 2025. Breakup in sight or love tested by rumors. Almost 2 years after that explosive summer, everything seemed calm. Yalı Çapkını had wrapped with record ratings, and Afra Saraçoğlu and Mert Ramazan Demir were living between shoots and discreet getaways. Until, in March 2025, Hola magazine dropped the bomb. Sources close say Afra and Mert are going through a crisis. She may have a new love interest. Those few lines were enough to set social media ablaze again. Headlines multiplied. Afra deletes photos. He doesn't accompany her to set. She was seen with a mysterious businessman. The gossip machine roared back to life, echoing the 2023 storm. However, when checking Afra's feed, no decisive image had vanished. She had simply gone weeks without posting anything personal, focused on her new period film shooting in Cappadocia. Mert, for his part, shared workout clips and script readings, a usual silence when he's preparing a role. There's no official confirmation, but according to reports from March 2025, Afra Saraçoğlu and Mert Ramazan Demir actually ended their relationship this year. On March 17, 2025, the Onur Akay website and other media reported that the couple, who began dating behind the scenes of Yalı Çapkını, had separated. This was evidenced by a lack of mutual interactions on social media, including unfollowing each other. More recent Turkish sources indicate that after a trip to Bali, Mert discreetly confirmed in interviews that the breakup occurred in February 2025, suggesting the two have been on separate paths since then. What seems to have happened? Public presence. Since February, the couple has not appeared together officially or interacted on social media, fueling breakup rumors. Turkish media. Shows like Söylemesem Olmaz reported that the relationship ended by mutual decision, though no further details were provided. And now, in July 2025, Mert was seen with his new girlfriend enjoying a vacation in Bodrum, Turkey, after earlier speculation about a new romance when he was in England to attend the tennis tournament. What did we learn from this turbulent journey that began on an ordinary set in 2017 and, here in 2025, still fuels headlines? First, that love in the Turkish industry never catches a break. Marathon workdays, million-dollar contracts, and the pressure of social media can turn the most innocent spark into a media wildfire. Second, that friendship and loyalty are tested when professional and personal lives intertwine. The Afra Mert Ramazan Mert Yazıcıoğlu triangle is living proof that an unfollow can weigh as much as a public statement. We also confirmed that strategic silence is a powerful tool. Neither Afra nor Mert Ramazan gave explosive interviews. They let images and gestures do the talking. That control over the narrative, far from dousing interest, multiplied it. In the end, we watched them ride waves of rumors, infidelities, breakups, new loves. Now I want your take. Do you think they were truly in love, or was it just a move to draw viewers to the series? Drop your theory in the comments. I promise to read them and reply to the spiciest ones. If this telenovela kept you hooked, give me a big like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell, because I'm already investigating the next love, or heartbreak, story that's about to explode in the world of Turkish series. Share this video with your drama-loving friend, and join me in the next chapter of Turk Connect. See you soon.